Good evening, Toastmasters. Today, my speech title will be Sales Vision, Empower My Sales Vision Through Growth and Improvement. During my last speech, I mentioned that my ex-sales manager, who was also my mentor, departed from our company in this February and he went to a competitor. Let me throw a question to the floor. What would you do if your mentor or the guide in your life went to your competitors? However, there are still several good tips from him which I found useful for enhancing my sales vision throughout my career until now. I would say with the acronyms Gears Up, GEAR. Let me start with the first pillar, growth. And for every salesperson, top of the head, there will be figures, revenues, net profits, and the sales quantities. In my industry, steel industry, it's like how many tons have you brought to the office every week or every day. And of course, throughout my um, sales management course in online course during last year, it was found that the theory is quite correct in the sense that if the goal was set too high, we will feel unachievable. And if it was set too low, after you achieve it, what would you do next? Thus, my ex-manager was telling me that you have to set one achievable and optimistic goal that you want to go after, chase on, so that when you reach there, you will still able to go challenge yourself further. In my event, my goal was set on a figure. I would say in November, by end of November, I already achieved like 75%, and I aim to achieve up to 90% to 95 until end of the year. So growing the figures is very critical to establish your sales pathway, whereby you need to empower yourself, enhance your skills. A second pillar, efficiency. During the daily operation, there are a lot of things uh, we will need to improve on. Especially my ex-manager departed, there was a huge gap between the Japanese management staff and also us with the support. And thus, I would say this is so critical for me to figure out those processes to minimize the gap. After 2 or 3 months until June, it was quite the situation got stabilized. And in terms of communication, I know where are the points that I need to close, especially to persuade the bosses to buy stocks for us, to manage the visitations with customer appointments. And then with the support team, I also try to use all those Excel formulas like the VLOOKUP, sum ifs to minimize the manual key in. Thus, it's very important to make it efficient in a way that because the hours that we want to actually spend in the office is considered we just want to have the minimum amount, right? Thus, being efficient is one thing that minimize your mental energy losses so that you can focus on something more important. And let us come to the third point. Begin GEA adaptations. One of the things that I found very struggling during I entered my job was the Japanese work culture. I was trying to get earlier to the work, half an hour, sometimes more than that, 45 minutes, to discuss something with my ex-manager before his departure. But yes, my Japanese manager was even competitive to be the earliest one, and then to be he's not only punctual but he's very early to the work. Then the one late back to the home. However, the things that I want to mention about adaptation is not only work speed adaptation, but it's about adaptation to the culture. Today, a lot of the management staff from the Japanese, they have some sort of different styles, communication styles. You have to adapt that. Okay, their English is not good. Maybe some of them, not all, I would say. But he is new, like only 1 year here, and then you need to decipher what he actually say and try to communicate effectively across all the departments so that everyone can work well. Another attempt was to make sure the things go organized. Thus, adaptation is something that you want to become part of others, not waiting for others to become part of you. In conclusion, nutshell, I would say GEAR, R is to reach. And then from growth, we want to grow the numbers. E, we want to make the process more streamlined and uh, minimize the mental loss. Adaptation is about become part of others so that we can work gracefully. We do not want to force the others to become us, thus reaching some of the destination and setting up the next destinations. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you.